All right, guys. Yeah, what are we doing? We're riding in the cold weather again. And what am I doing? Standing in the middle of the road. Well, this is a road I always go on that's pretty dead. I can do, start my videos on, and it's just super quiet. And I'm on the FZ again because I'm doing some maintenance to the street triple right now, oil change, normal stuff. I'm going to look back and forth, guys, because it's usually a quiet road, but you never know. So I'm on the FZ, and like the title says, Street Triple FZ, is it enough? And I got the bike running because it gets nice and warm and it gives off a nice little bit of heat, so keeps my legs warm. I got my winter gear on, so like you see in my last video about cold weather riding. And yeah, so as I turn and look, garbage over here. Let me probably safer to stand over here. So not that there's anybody on this road. I'm repeating myself. Anyway, guys, is the FZ at a street triple enough? I'm always looking for my next bike, and the problem right now is it's off season for my racing. I'm just looking at lots of bikes. It happens every year. I think I bought this one in February of last year or January, I forget. And I'm always looking for my next bike, and I don't know what I want. I don't know how much money I want to spend. I don't know what I need. I really miss my GS. I'm going to talk more about the. I don't want to get rid of any bikes. I'm not trading any bikes in. I'm just trying to figure out, is it worth it to get another bike, or just kind of suck it up for the next 2 months before I go racing again. Who knows? I don't know. I really like the FZ. I like the ZX14, but these bikes are, I'm not going to say they're similar, but they're close in performance. And, I got my speed fix here. But, I'd like a winter bike, and a GS is kind of the way to go with that. And I love the street triple, and then I'm thinking of maybe something old, like not old, but a classic like a T120, or maybe an RT, R12, the new R12s. I would kind of like what the BMW did with them. But I don't know. So we're going to get on a bike, and we'll talk more about it. But it's cold. Well, it's not super cold. It's 50 degrees, or just about 50 degrees now. And I couldn't get anybody to ride with me today, so I'm just going to ride. I just if the sun is shining and it's 50 degrees, 45, 50, I'm out riding. So let's hop on the bike and we'll talk more. And guys, thanks for tagging along as always. So let's kind of make a U-turn. Well, I'm not the best making U-turns from a dead stop. Just got to keep the momentum going. It's not that hard, but I used to practice a lot of U-turns and stuff. I don't do it anymore, and when you stop doing it, you kind of lose the knack of doing it. You just kind of look where you got to go and just keep momentum. You don't have any momentum. And I got my glasses on today. Pardon me, guys, and my thicky gloves, and I'm gonna have to keep this visor cracked a little bit until I get rolling. And where am I going to head to? I'm probably just going to head over to the lake. But we do want to talk about bikes, because I'm always looking for my next bike. Always. Even when I don't need a bike. Oh man, this bike definitely gets my speed fix on. It just pulls. I mean, it's nothing, like crazy when you're just riding normally, but man, you get up to like 7,000 in first gear and you crank that throttle, man, it just it pulls really good. I'm sure there's faster bikes out there, but it just pulls really, really good. So yeah, so let's talk about the triple. Love the triple. Every time I get on the triple, after I've ridden this bike for a while or any other bike, I'm just like blown away with the bike. It's just so good. It's so smooth. I know people say it's got no character, it's too refined. I love it. I love it. And when you open the throttle up, it's got all the character you need, because it just sounds like a scolded animal. But yet it's just so nice to. We got a hawk up there, or a vulture, who knows? It's so nice. And then I get my speed fix. If I want to go super. I mean, the triple's fast. Don't get me wrong. It's not a slow bike. But this is just like stupid fast at the other, at the top end, above fast, when you get past 100. So, so I'm just trying to think, what's the next thing? What's going to fit my my I don't know, my need. I don't know what I want. I really like the new GS, the 1300. Now, some guys don't like it. They don't like the style, and I've looked at all the reviews, and there are some issues some people are having with them. You know, I guess I know reliability. I don't know if there was a recall on something on some type of relay, but I'm not concerned about that. And some people don't like it because it's a smaller bike, and I mean, the bike doesn't look bad to me, except for that where the radar is. That's hideous, where they put the radar, and that kind of takes away from the look of the bike. But otherwise, the overall bike I like. And what I do like about it, when I was watching they did I think it was 44 teeth, or I forget which one, or MCN. I don't know which one it was, but one of them did a nice comparison test from the 1250 and the 1200 and the 1300. And what was nice about this this video and review is they gave you dyno numbers, quarter mile numbers, 0 to 60 numbers, everything. And I'm all about that kind of stuff, you know, because I definitely like performance. And basically what it comes down to is the GS, the new GS, the 1300, not the adventure one, is more of a sportier bike. It's less like it was in its predecessor was. It's more sporty. It's little. They say it's a little bit lighter, not much, but it's a little bit smaller. It's got more power, and the dyno figures are amazing. That it only loses like 6 horsepower on the dyno, where the 1250, the other, to me that means it's underrated. And where the 1250 loses the normal percentage, I think it loses like 12 or something, or 15, which is the normal percentage of what a bike loses through the drivetrain. But the quarter mile times were, 0 to 60 times were about the same. I think the 1250 was a tad quicker, maybe because of the gearing, whatever. But the quarter mile, it was 11. Let me just, sometimes this is a crazy turn. 11 flat, but it's pretty good quarter mile time, and the other one was 11.2, which very respectable quarter mile times for an adventure bike, you know. So what it comes down to is the new 1300, the regular GS, not the adventure, is a sportier bike. If you want something sportier, and which is what I want, you know, it's a great bike. And but if you want a little bit more comfort, because they say the seat's a little bit different, a little bit firmer. If you want a little bit more comfort and the old style, the 1250 is the way to go. It's just a tough call. I mean, you can't really find any more 1250 GSs out there that are new, like demos or leftovers. There's plenty of adventures left, and you can get killer deals on the adventures. I mean, my dealer has, I think, 4 of them, and they're anywhere between 22 and 24,000. He's got them disced down to. So that's a really good deal, because they were really $27,000, $28,000 bikes, maybe more. I don't know what the list on them was. But yeah, so, and then he's got a 13, a demo, 300 miles. I think I talked about this in my last video. Yeah, he's got a nice, it's all black, all the options I want. He's got it discounted to 24. I think I mentioned, I said I would, if I could get it to 24 or 23 out the door, I might go for it. But I don't know. I don't know. But this is my question to you guys. So this is my question, and maybe you guys can kind of chime in, as I just want to give it a little guess. Man, does this thing sing! Oh, I love this bike too. Oh my gosh, it just sings. Anyway, so this is my question, or my I guess my problem. I don't know what make the decision, and I mean, I know I can make the decision on my own, guys, but I always like input, and if you guys can give me input, it'd be great. If I go with the GS, which I can get the GS for a decent price, if I go with another GS, I'm going to spend $20,000 plus, $24,000 plus, but I'm not going to be riding it but for another 2 or 3 months, and then I'm going to be riding the triple a lot more, and the FZ. It's really because it's cold. It's a great cold weather bike that I'm going to be on it. And is it worth it to buy it just to fulfill a need for 2 or 3 months? I know what the answer is, guys. It's no, it's ridiculous. Just don't worry about it. You got a couple of bikes, you know, and just deal with it. But I want a third bike, you know, do I want to spend that kind of money on a bike that I'm not going to maybe put 3,000 or 4,000 miles on a year, where I normally put 6,000 or 7,000 on each bike a year, maybe more. So, and haven't spent, all my other bikes are paid off. I mean, I have my 77 Kawasaki, but I don't owe anything on any of my bikes. I own all the bikes. So it's just a tough decision, guys. Tough. But then, I went out with those guys with those classic bikes, and I'd love to have a classic bike, but with something with a little bit more performance, And the T120, I found one, a 2018, brand new at a dealer. It's still in the crate. And I don't know, I could have some problems just sitting there for that long, but I could probably get it for like $7,000 and, do a couple things to it. They do handle pretty good for what it was just like my Speedmaster, and I love my Speedmaster. And I should look for another one of those, but I always want something different. I don't want to buy the same thing I've already had. So I was thinking maybe a T120, maybe an R12, the new BMWs. I found another one that has a demo. They're pricey though, and this is one that's got the 719 package, so it has a lot of things on the on the bike, but it's too pricey. Where I can get that T120 really cheap, and then there was a speed triple. A speed triple, a speed twin that the guy had for $8,000, 2021, brand new. So I could go with that one, and that's a little bit more, performance, handling wise, not as old school looking, but still has the old school look. I don't know. So, but I wouldn't buy that now. I would wait, for the new riding season, because I wouldn't ride it much in this weather. So I don't know. Another drag strip run. Man, this bike just does it. I just love speed. Oh man, the weather's real cold, and I didn't go I went full throttle pretty much, but just kind of feathered a little bit. It gets kind of light in the front end. And not that I mind that, sometimes I just don't like to go full throttle. But that one I did. Anyway, yeah, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I know what the decision to make is, the prudent decision to make. Do I buy a $25,000, 24, whatever, bike to ride for 2 or 3 months, and then it's just going to sit most of the riding season because I'm going to be on my triple most of the time, FC next. So I think maybe that's why I think I might go with the non-performance bike. Just get just get like that T120 or something like that, and because that's only a bike I'm going to take out, maybe put 2,000 or 3,000 miles on. So, and then I won't have a lot of money into it. I guess that's like the no-brainer thing to say. The only way I mean, money is not a major issue, but it is. I do think about it. If my crypto takes off, like it's taking off, like it's doing really good, then it wouldn't probably matter. I would just buy the GS, but I don't think the crypto is going to peak until the end of next year. So I want to do something now because I'm just jonesing to get something right now. And yeah, that's my problem. Off season does it to me. All right, so that's my problem, guys. And we're just cruising with the FC. I'm loving it. I love this bike, and I don't want to sell this bike. I don't want to get rid of this bike. I'll be definitely, I do love the ZX14, but it's not going to be as comfortable as this bike because you're leaned over a little bit more. I mean, it's not going to be crazy uncomfortable like a Hayabusa or a ZX10 or an R1 or anything like that. And it's going to have stupid speed. But this has got stupid speed for me. I mean, some guys might think 170 horsepower today, because that's what, with all the tuning and everything, it makes about 170 horsepower. Today, bikes, you can get them 175, 200 horsepower with no problem. But I don't want to be in that uncomfortable position. And this bike is sporty, but not too sporty. I mean, as far as the bars are concerned, the seating position, I tend to lean over a little bit because I just like a little bit of lean when I'm riding, but I don't know. I mean, I like this bike. It's a cool bike, and I just don't want to sell it. I mean, I think it's unique. At 9,481 miles, I bought it with 5,500 miles. So I'm probably wind up putting about 5,000 on for the year, maybe 4,500, because I mostly ride the triple more than this. And the triple, I'm up to, I think 98. I'm almost at 10,000 miles at the triple. And it'll be going on 2 years in May. So if I had that a year and a half. So I would easily put 10,000 miles. I would have, if I only had that as a bike, I would be up to between 16 to 18,000 miles easily on that bike if it was my only bike. I easily put anywhere from 8 to 10,000 miles on a bike a year. And most of my runs are short, you know. I mean, I don't really take any long runs. Like the other day, we did 100 and me and James and Chris went out on Friday. We went on Friday and we did about 130 miles. So that was kind of cool. It was cold, just like today. It warmed up okay. It warmed up to about 60, but today is only going to warm up to 53. So I'm only going to take a short ride. But the sun is out. I got to ride. You know, you got to ride when the sun is out. And I just wanted to turn on the camera. I wanted to put my 360 in a different position. I'm curious how it's going to look, you know, because the windshield was in the way last time, and I noticed when I did it, it was kind of annoying to look at the camera as I'm looking out here. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that whatchamacallit. And there's always gravel on this road, so I got to be careful. Yeah, there's always gravel on the road. So no, I also put a new exhaust on this, guys. Well, new slip-on, because I got it really cheap. A Black Widow. I found it on eBay, super cheap. I wanted something of a different look that I had, and I swear it's got more performance because there's no baffle in this one, but it's really not as loud as the other one, or louder. In fact, it's more tolerable cruising. It's less, but I swear it picked up the mid-range or picked up power about 9,000 because the front end just wants to lift a lot more. I mean, not lift out of control, but it just wants to come up where it didn't, or it could be just the cold weather. But I mean, it's I don't know. It could be the cold weather too. But it just feels like it's an animal at when you get to like 9,000-10,000, man. It's just, oh, man, does it pull nice. So yeah, so let's see, what else can we talk about? Anything else as I go through these little curves there? Yeah, I know these roads really good. I don't really have to, you know, some roads I'm a little tentative if I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing any crazy speed. I'm only going 50 miles an hour. But you know, when it's this cold, I don't like to, you know, I mean, I'm dressed pretty good, 3 layers. I didn't go with the 4th layer because I'm only going for a short ride. I got my winter gloves, but they're not heater ones. I brought my heater ones with me just in case. But it's like I said, it's 50 degrees. I mean, I'm starting to feel a little cold on my hands, but nothing bad. And I just had to go out and ride. And then, you know, when it's this cold, I don't like to go super crazy on the turns anyway, just because the road is cold and the grip is not there. So the straight line pulls are a lot more fun. All right, guys, we are at the lake, and one of my favorite spots anyway. We'll see if anybody's out here fishing today. In the cold weather, it's got to be cold out there, but it's not too windy. I won't really know what kind of wind we got until I kind of get off the bike right now, but sometimes it's windy at the, let's see what, it's got a little bit of wind. I'm just looking at the flags over there. Yeah. Just we'll just go hang out near the bench, like I like to hang out. People like to walk their dogs. It's kind of quiet over here on a Sunday, especially in the wintertime. It's just so quiet. Looks like the lake is holding a little bit more water than normal. And this is my favorite spot with the bench. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm here. I want to know what you guys think. Which way should I go? I know which way I should go. Just get your opinion. I probably already made my decision, but I wanted to make the video anyway, and I'm just I don't know, just curious what you guys think. Anyway, the bike looks good too. I like the new exhaust. I don't know if any of you FZ1 guys. So it's a Black Widow. It's chrome. I think it's stainless, polished stainless. I don't know. I think it's polished stainless. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's polished stainless. And open my visor so my glasses don't fog up. But the bike's been treating me real good. I had no issues with the bike, and yeah, it's been treating me real good. I like the fairing gives me a little bit more protection. It's just been a good bike. It's super dependable, and it's fast. And maybe it's not the sportiest looking bike, compared to some of the new stuff out, because some of the new stuff is really cool looking, but it has that kind of a sporty look to it. And I guess it's in the more of the sport touring, but I think it's more of sport than touring. That's just for me. I've already said that before. All right, guys, just chime in, chime in. I love the comments. I love to hear the comments, and who knows when I'll be back. The weather's supposed to get real cold again, so it might be a while before I do another video. All right, guys, later.